Hi everyone, welcome to my next video in this little series from this beautiful download by Rita Berman. We've done the three on the top. This one on the centre is one really large picture, so I thought we would do the three bottom ones next and then do that one last. I don't know why, it's just how I'm feeling. I want to sort of warm up with the smaller pictures first. So we're going to do this one today, and this is a really cute one, as they all are to be honest, and we've got a group of really cute little people in very pretty outfits, and a little bird, so cute, and we've got a sort of lantern leaves and a very pretty looking general picture really. So I'm going to start by I think I'm going to leave the background. I was thinking I'll do the background first, but I won't. I'll do the leaves because I know what I'm going to do with those, and then sort of move on from there really. I'm going to do them, yeah, we'll start with the pine green. We're using the Polychromos pencils again. This is quite a dark, almost bluish green, not quite, and I'm going to sharpen it. Because if you look at some of these leaves, Rita has done a little bit of shading both ends. So what we're going to do is use our darkest green at each end and then fade it towards the middle, and then we'll get another green to finish off. It's just a different way of doing leaves. We haven't done any leaves like this on the other pictures, so it's just a different way of showing you how to do them. I'm not sure with the centre one, it's very big, whether I might break it down into several videos, whether I'll sort of work it in sections or whether I'll just do it in one. Depends how long it's taking, really. It may take quite a while, so it may be better to do it in instalments for you. And there are also different things going on, different types of buildings and things like that, so it might sort of make more sense to have it broken down into parts. Right, so that's the beginning step of the leaves, and I was thinking at this point they look quite shiny, but there isn't quite enough. I want a slightly lighter colour. I'm just looking to pick what I want. I think this one will work. This is the permanent green, so this is more of a mid green, and I'm going to go right over the top of what I've done and just take the green to the centre, but try and fade it so there's not that much in the middle, so you can still see that there is a darker bit at each end. Obviously by covering that other colour we fade it a little bit because this is a lighter green, but it sort of helps to blend it all in, and you can see it still looks sort of shiny. And I think sometimes bamboo leaves, especially if they've just been rained on, can look quite shiny. And it's nice to have different ways of doing them, because the fact that they occur in two of the pictures here indicates to me that maybe there's quite a few in the book. I haven't seen a flip through. I don't know if Rita does flip throughs. I can't remember. But anyway, she's done a little reveal of the cover and she's got copies of the book, so I don't know, maybe she doesn't. I just can't remember, so we'll see. Now I've decided that these people are all going to have quite dark hair. I think it looks really attractive. I'm not going to do it completely black. I'm thinking that maybe this dark sepia, which is a slightly browny grey, might look nice. So what I'm going to do is I want to add a bit of shine to the hair. I'm just trying to think. I'm starting on this little figure here, and I'm just trying to think, I think maybe a darker bit here, get it really intense so that you can do a lighter area as well, like that. Maybe a lighter area down there. And then when you leave the shine, it stands out more. It's quite hard to see on this small picture, but it means that it stands out a little bit more. The shine. Well, it'll be easier on this one. I'm going to do the smaller areas first. shine at the bottom. I think dark hair tends to really show up shine. Now, I had thought maybe I should look up clothing and see what sort of traditional colours and things like that, but I think no. We'll just go for it and do all sorts of nice colours, I think, and not worry too much about tradition and what they should be. You can do that if you want to, of course. Now, hair would normally be shinier on the top of the head where it catches the light, but I'm thinking if we make it darker by the centre and then fade it there, so make it darker as it comes up here and then fade it here, it'll look a bit shiny. It does look a bit grey rather than black, which is what it is. You could do it black if you'd rather. There we go. I think it doesn't look quite as harsh somehow in that colour. Now we've got the specs. I've just spotted those and I've got an idea, so I'll just go with it now, even though we're not sort of at that point really. So this is the Cold Grey 3, and all I'm going to do is draw a few lines across that looks like they're catching the light. It's very simple. Now faces. I think we want them to be quite pale, but we have these little circles as if they've got little rosy cheeks, although they're quite low down here or here. So I'm going to use this light flesh, which is my lightest tone for the skin, and I'm just going to do an even amount, because I almost think these little figures look like dolls rather than people, so I'm not sure whether if they were painted they would have a very even skin tone. Hard to know. Now with this one with the specs, you could do the skin tone through, but of course the hair would come through here, but I'm just going to ignore and just leave it as I'd done it. So leave them white and grey, as if they're reflecting the light. Now we've also got hands, I've just noticed to do. So there's the face, and here's a hand. Have we got any more hands? Yes, there. Patting the bird, how very cute. I've got a little bit of neck in there, in there, in there. Now I'm going to just emphasise those circles just with this colour. I don't want to go too dark, so I quite like it being pale. You know, I'm not very confident with skin anyway, but I think that looks quite sweet. But we'll see how it looks later. Right, so hats and clothing. I'm thinking the hats might just be straw. I'm wondering what that is. Is that a hat? Is that a bun? I think that's a bun. I think we need to do a hair bun, a bun of hair. Back to our dark sepia. Just fade there. Like that. There. Yes, I think that's right. You could do it as a little hat on the back of the head, but I'm pretty sure that's how it should be. Can't say for sure. Now, I'm actually going to do this lantern quickly. I want to do it red. Quite often the lanterns are red with sort of gold on, and I think it'd be quite fun. So this is the, hang on, deep scarlet red. Okay. What I'm going to do is make it darker on the edges and then just fade it towards the middle like that. I'm going to make it a better gradient in a minute. and it will look like it's got a bit of a glow, hopefully, in the middle, like that. Now I want some gold. I'm gonna see, I've got my gold, this gold, but I think I'm gonna not use that. I think I'm gonna use the green gold. I prefer that. It's up to you. I might not like it, and I might end up using a gold pen, but we'll see how it works out. And the chain in gold, I think it looks fine. I'm happy with that. I think I'm going to do these dots in gold as well. They may not show up brilliantly well. And all these, like that. There's quite a few. Again, you might want to use a gold pen. Sparkly or a metallic pen would look quite nice, wouldn't it? Okay, hats. We talked about hats and then we never did do any hats. We're going to start with the raw umber, and we're going to do this one. Now, I'm thinking let's go darker on the outside. Oh, my pencils are rolling. Did you hear them? I knocked them. They decided they would roll along. And then start to fade towards the middle, so just do less layers as you go in. Like that. There we go. Now I'm going to do the next hat in straw as well, but a different shade of brown. This is the brown ochre, like a yellowy brown. I'm not sure if that's showing up. Do this one. I'm going to do it in a similar way though, with a darker edge and a lighter centre part. Just trying to remember what day of the week it is. That's why I went quiet. I was just trying to think about which days these videos would go out. So the first one was Monday, wasn't it? And the second one Tuesday, which is actually today. So Wednesday, this is Thursdays, Friday and Saturday. I'm just trying to think about when I can record them all, because when I've got builders in and things like that and what I'm doing. So I think I'm certainly on schedule to do one a day at the minute, which is what I'd hoped for. I'm actually going to use a slightly darker brown, well actually quite a bit darker brown. This is the burnt umber, to do a few details on here. Firstly, a little bit on the edges just to darken them a bit more, not too much, and then I want a little bit more here to get that shadow. Because we've got these lines, I'm just going to do a few more lines like that. Why not? Just a bit different. Sorry, you keep going squiffy. Then we've got this one. This one, they look quite similar in colour, don't they? This one I'm going to do in the Bistre. Bistre or Bistre? I don't know. So do the rim first. Dark on the edge, lighter towards the centre. Same on here. Now you could do these hats all sorts of bright colours, of course. I don't know why, I'm just assuming they're all straw coloured. But when I get my book, if there's lots, I will do them in all sorts of colours, I think. I won't want to always do the same one all the time. It makes it more interesting, doesn't it? Okay, there's that one. Now on this, she's got a flower. We'll deal with her in a minute, because we'll match it in with her outfit, because you would, wouldn't you? Okay, let's start with this dress. Now we've got shapes, flowers drawn on, which we can't colour in, but we've got swirls. And now what I'm thinking is we've got this sort of border bit. The trim would be the same as the swirl. What should we use? I'm thinking let's go for a green. Let's use the phthalo green for the for these bits. So I'm going to do them, fade them towards the top, towards that big round bit. I don't know why. That one's different. Darker towards the middle and lighter towards the edge. That'll look the same as that then, won't it? Almost. Not really used to colouring clothes. These are simple because they're loose. You don't have to worry about the shape of it really. This is quite plain colouring on this bit. Then we need a colour to match this for the main part of the clothing. We could go for a darker green. I'd quite like to go for a different colour, but I'm just wondering what might match. I didn't really think this through. Middle purple pink. Let's see what you think. You may not like. You may like. We'll see. You can decide. Now I'm thinking here where this overlaps, because it's the same colour, if I make this bit a little bit darker on this edge here, as if there's a bit of shadow, and then keep this bit lighter, it just becomes a little bit more obvious that this bit's in front. Doing it messy because it's light, but I shall go over it again in another light layer, just tidy it up a little bit. It's better. I'll put a bit under there, a little bit darker, just sort of tidying as I go, and then this bit a bit darker here, a bit lighter as we go down. There we go. Yeah, I think that's okay. It's up to you whether you think that colour's going to work. And they're all going to be quite bright. Now, our next lady here, I'm thinking we could do hers in blue. Let's go for a, this is quite a nice blue, the bluish turquoise. Don't think I use this one very often. Now she's got dots on her dress, they're very small, so I'm going to colour over them. And what I might do is use a white, because I'm thinking maybe this trim might look nice in white. It's a kimono, isn't it, this? I reckon. It's got a sash. We're not going to do the sash in this colour, we'll find another colour for the sash. I quite like them all to be quite bright. I don't know what this is. I'm just going to colour over it. I think Rita's just, it's just like the fabric is slightly crumpled, maybe. I think we'll do a little bit of a darker bit under the sash and above the sash, as well as there. I want that to be a little bit darker though. There we go. Now she, as well as the sort of trim, she's got a little bit underneath. I think we'll match that in with the sash. Maybe we'll do this pretty pink colour. This is called Dark Flesh. These have changed names. I have been told on many occasions what the new names are, but it's just, I can't remember. I know there's a coral and a salmon and something else. I don't know which is which. I should write it in my book really. But I think they just realised that calling them dark and light flesh wasn't particularly politically correct, because not everyone has the same colour. obviously. Okay, now we have this one. Now we have this little bit of greenery on here. They also have a sash, which is quite fun. I think we'll do the green first. Let's have a look. Let's do the grass green for the leaves. I'm going to keep them quite simple because I don't know if they're supposed to be growing in front or printed on the fabric. Probably growing in front as they overlap the sash. They're quite small. We'll just keep them simple like that. We could have done them to match the bamboo. Thinking about it, it's too late now. I'm not going to worry. What sort of colours are we missing? I haven't got any oranges, and I'm wondering about orange. Red. We've got red here though, haven't we? Yellows. Yeah, let's do some yellow. This is the dark Naples ochre. And we'll do the sort of bulk of the plain bit. And it looks quite gold, this colour, I like it. Just trying to work out what we've got actually going on here. We've got various patterns. I realised, by the way, what's making my desk wobble, I think. I looked underneath and there is a screw that's coming loose underneath the desk. So I'm going to have to get a screwdriver and then crawl under the desk. And it's right at the back, of course. And sort that out at some point. That's quite pretty, isn't it? What about the sash and the trim though? Can we get away with orange? Yes, why not? Let's just try it and see. I'm just going to sharpen it. Now this is the dark cadmium orange, and I'm going to do all these little trimmy bits. I'm not doing anything too fancy because they're small along the edge of here. Oops. Gosh, my whole desk is moving. Now this trim I'm going to do a bit lighter in the middle, just because it would show a bit of shape. Now the actual sash is checkered, isn't it? I'm thinking I will follow that. Why not? It's fun, it doesn't take that long. Oh, I can't see very well though, it's quite small. Yeah, talking of seeing, my dad had his cataract op the other day, which is good. He was a little disappointed that he thought his vision would be a lot sharper. I think he thought that, going back to our dark Naples ochre to do the other dot squares, I think he thought that his new lens would help him to be able to see long distance, but I think it's only improved his reading. But he can see a lot brighter. He said now his other eye's getting one as well. Everything looks a little bit brown. I'm going to do the centre of that flower, and then we'll do it in the orange to match her dress. So again, using the same dark cadmium orange, and I'll try to do a few more layers near the centre of the flower, a bit less towards the edge of the petals, but we'll just wait and see. It may not come out, but yeah, I think he's only had it done a few days. It might take a while for his eyes to settle, but I think he was hoping he wouldn't have to wear his glasses for driving, but I think he will still have to. But anyway, at least he's seeing some improvement, which is really good news. Now we've got this one. I'm trying to think of the colours we haven't used. We haven't used red, which we've got over here. I'm thinking we could use a more pinky red, which might balance. So we've got maybe the madder. Let's use madder, but we'll use it not for the whole dress. We'll use it for the flower and the trim and the sash, or bits of the sash. And then we'll use, I know what we'll use. I shall keep you in suspense and not tell you yet. So, red, and here, not sure what that is, so I've just coloured over it. Oh, we've got a stripe in the sleeve here. I'm gonna put a little bit of red there as shading, you'll see. I'm going to use a reddy purple, or no, I'm going to use a dark purple. I'm going to use the mauve for this one. I'm not going to press really hard, just going to get a light mauve. And I've got to think about what to do for the background as I'm colouring in this bit. And our little bird, I think he looks very cute in white, but it's not ideal. Because he'll just look like I forgot to colour him. Could do him in any colour, couldn't we? What's that? Oh, it's a bit of background. That's a bit of this, isn't it? And there we go. I'm thinking he could be grey. Yeah. That was a big decision, wasn't it? Haven't seen this one coloured yet. I've seen this boat one coloured and the cat, warm grey 5, and the first one and the lanterns, but not this one yet. And this big centre one I've seen Rita started colouring. I'm trying to make this look feathery, but I think I've just made it look messy, so I'm going to go back over that and make it tidier. I think I'm going to do the, I might just do the feet a bit darker. Put a bit of colour under the wing there. Oh, it's cute, isn't he? Now the background, we've used every colour in the box. What should we use? We could do, let's choose, should we do it? I know. See up here, we go pink, blue, green. I think we'll do the same down here. So do pink for this one, blue for this one, and green for this one. And then the middle one will just do something different. Pink, pink, pink. So which shade of pink? I'm not necessarily going to do the same shade of pink, but do it pink. Yeah, we'll use this one. This is the Rose Carmine, and I'm going to do the whole of this in this colour. That bit should not have been purple. I don't think. I think that bit's background. I don't know though. No, I think it should be. In fact, I think that bit should be too. There. So I'm just going to do the pink at the top. Because we haven't got a dotted line, it's a straight one. That's what I thought. Don't know. I'm just going to fill in between the dots. Now there's a few areas that Rita has put some extra dots as if she thinks they should be darker, and I'm going to do that by just putting a few extra layers in those areas rather than grabbing a darker colour, and then I'll decide afterwards whether I think that's worked. not, so we will see. So all round we go. A bit more up there. And we're getting there around this bit. It's interesting that no one's coloured this one yet. I think it's really cute. I can understand that people might have started at the top though and worked downwards. Some people started with the cat, and I can understand that because it's probably the simplest, the least detailed picture, and it's so unbelievably cute. Now our gold circles really don't show up very well against this pink. So what you could do if you want is you could go over them in white pen or gold pen, and they would shine then and stand out a little bit more. I'm just going to have a look. I'm just going to tidy up a few areas. It's a little bit messy. The problem is you end up going a bit over those circles, so they end up looking a bit pink anyway. But there we go. I think I am going to make that do for the background, but I am going to think about those circles. I'm going to do them in white, so I'm going to grab my white Posca. This is PC1MR, and actually do them white. It shows up better. I do like the idea of doing them in gold, but you know, and we could do a few dots around here where Rita's done extra dots. We could just do that too, just for fun. Oh, we're going to do the dots on her dress white as well. I missed that bit out. We shall just fill that in. Well, I will. You may have already done it. You may have gone, you've missed that bit out. There we go. And actually, oops, where's the mauve? There it is. Just here. There we are. Right, I think I am done. I'm going to go off and get a coffee. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that was okay. I enjoyed it. I had fun. I hope you did. Hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and hopefully I'll have the next one ready for you for tomorrow. And if you've missed the 3 previous ones from up here, they're all available on my YouTube channel too. So thank you very much for watching, and happy colouring.